Feels good to be back. Let's torture ourselves immediately. PokeDoku Fan Puzzles by Lawrence P. All right, Larry P., famous PokeDoku maestro. Bradley Cooper, ground, final evolution. So doable. Mono-type grounds. I can do this. I am the angry pumpkin. Oh, I can't do this. Johto, okay, this is a requisite check. What is Johto and what is Hoenn? Johto is 2. Gen 2 and Gen 3. Okay. Gen 3 is Ruby Sapphire. Is that correct? Yes. In that case, final evolution of ground type Hoenn is Groudon. What the fuck? He's on the cover of Ruby, bro. He's not a monotype, though. I believe he can have rock-type moves as well. How about a little Doug trio? Ground monotype. How about a little Diglett? Ground poison. We go through this every time. Every single time. Skorupi. It crawls on the ground and it has poison. So I kind of feel like Skorupi is ground poison. Ground poison. What about like a snake? What about like a Seviper? Okay. Johto, final evolution. Togekiss. Togepi is our monotype. Monotype Hoenn. Ruby Sapphire. Lugia. I'm cooked, guys. I feel like Gen 2 had Chikorita. Chikorita evolves into fucking Breloom. It evolves into... It just gets bigger. And then it gets like a flower on its back. Gets a parking violation and a maggot on its sleeve. And then it's choking on the splinters. Chikorita and Piplup. Piplup evolves into Penguin. Piplup evolves into Kingpen. And Torchic, who evolves into Blaziken. Torchic evolves into Talonflame. Talonflame! Crobat. Well, it did not go well. It's the cold meds? Bro, if anything, the cold meds would let me tap into the Pokemon life force a little easier because it makes no sense to a sober mind. I think this... Oh, Crobat is number 2! They really... Here was my thought process, okay? I thought there's no way they were so out of ideas by Gen 2 that they said, let's get a new Zubat out there ASAP. I thought that was something that they would only do after, like, at the earliest Gen 3. Instead, they were like, what if this bat could become 2 different bats? Like, that's crazy. Kecleon. Check the most common tab. Typhlosion? That's not Torch. Who's this? Who's the starter? Who's the fire? Chikorita. Oh, that makes sense. Cyndaquil. So it's Cyndaquil. It's definitely Chikorita Gen 2. How could you forget the best gen? A, it came out 24 years ago. B, I never played it. C, Pokemon is all made up. And Totodile. You can't be surprised every time I play PokeDoku. And then you're like, how could you forget Gen 2? It's because I didn't play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are they on 9? Like, just me knowing that would be enough. They are on Gen 9. I'm a genius. How do you get so many correct then? It's like reverse engineering. I've played enough Pokemon Go that I'm like, I bet this, like basically I reverse engineer where I think it was made based on how cooked the design is. Like if it's like dog that breathes fire, I'm like, that's pretty early. That's like pack one, pick one. If it's bag of garbage or rock that looks like a nose, I'm like, that shit probably came out around like 08, 09. And it works like now and then. I mean, they're false positives, but still. Oh, you're a Nidoqueen. I should get Nidoqueen every time. You got to check your Pokédex. Brother, I'm 35 years old. I'm never opening my Pokédex in Pokemon Go. This is not, I'm not going to be a master, a Pokemon master. I will not be writing a brand new chapter. My ass is not Ash Ketchum. If anything, I'm the professor now. Do you think Professor Oak opens his Pokédex? No, he's too busy fornicating with Ash's mom. Bloomingdale's, 1978, American Express. This is called Brewster's Millions. This is called, it's not the right era, but I do remember she goes shopping in the movie. The court system. All the President's Men. This is what a 30-year-old's wrist looked like in 1978. I have no concept of what this is. I really don't have any concept of what this is. Are these potatoes or are these like caramelized onions? Oh, Dustin, this is Kramer versus Kramer, bro. Yeah! Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking with my son here. He does not say Attica? No, Al Pacino says Attica. Sorry, Dunkachino. NFL. This Giants kicker, Morton Anderson. Hang on, I got a cough. Justin Tucker. I'm simply not going to know it. Unless it's Adam Vinatieri, Mike Vanderjagt, or Justin Tucker or Morton Anderson, I'm not going to know it. Scottie Pippen, Sean Kemp, and Rasheed Wallace were teammates on what 50-win team in 2001? The Seattle Supersonics. Were they already gone by that? Scottie Pippen was still playing in 2001. The Spurs. It's not the Spurs. Trailblazers, okay. After more than a decade with the Twins, Michael Cuttier played for this NL West Division team from 2012 to 2014. Who are the San Francisco Giants. All right, so far so good. The Harley-Davidson Museum, Pabst Museum, and Circus World are all located in what U.S. state? Missouri, bro. Pabst Blue Ribbon is not from Missouri? It's from Wisconsin. I thought they drank good stuff there. It's from Milwaukee? I honestly thought I would have staked my life. I'm glad I didn't. I would have staked my life that Pabst Blue Ribbon was from Missouri. I have no idea why. This is Simon Cowell and James Corden. We're so back. Found in freezer aisles, this brand of soft-baked pretzels you can heat up at home is packaged in black boxes with his name in yellow print. Snyder's of Hanover. I have no idea. I don't believe I've ever seen it in my entire life. What is it called? Super pretzel? I swear to you, I've never heard of it. Super pretzel. Melted or cold from a cow's udder, over time it will grow mold. Troyan Belisario, Lucy Hale, Ashley Benson, and Shay Mitchell starred in this popular mystery teen drama on ABC Family Freeform from 2010 to 2017. I don't even know what to type as a guess, to be honest with you. Girls Aloud. Game show moments gone bananas. This year, La La Land was incorrectly announced the Best Picture winner. Moonlight was the real winner. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. Now I let the tape rock because the tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. I'm singing it in my head. Is this... I don't think it... Why am I losing my mind? I should know this. Maybe I am on cold medicine. Never thought... Yes, okay, hang on. I got it. Never thought that hip-hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight because I rhyme tight. Time to get paid. Blow up like the bump bum. It is not that. I can't do my Biggie Smalls voice. Juicy! It's juicy. I'm sick. You can't make fun of me. Losing to the average in a Barstool trivia game is basically like they should send a wellness check to your door. A guy that big eating sardines for dinner is kind of crazy, though. I don't know what to tell you. It's a high-protein food. Pate. Pate. Pupil. Iris, pupil, lens. Cone. What are parts of your eye? Camera, calculator, clock, and calendar. Phone apps that start with C. Oh, I thought I was memeing, bro. Members of your family. Whoops, I don't know why I'm trying to click resume. Words that end in E. Words pronounced differently with accent marks. Of course. Pate, expose, resume, rose. I'm so back. That's all of them? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at the connections. Which is how I know that contextual makes no sense. Because I can never get it. I can't even wrap my head around the idea, essentially. But in connections, like it just fits in my brain. Ghirardelli chocolate sauce. Premium chocolate sauce. You can tell it's premium because it comes in an 87-ounce bottle. So 87 ounces is like 2 liters of chocolate sauce. It's like 3 liters of chocolate sauce. That's fucking cooked, man. That's too much. I do expect it to be pretty cheap because it's just going to be like corn syrup and cocoa beans. I'm going to start the bidding at $21.99. $15.99. I greatly oh my gosh, I'm not even in the ballpark, man. $9.99? $11.99? That's too cheap. This is one of those things that, like, the government needs to raise the price of it. Because the society is subsidizing the true cost of this in the load on the healthcare system. We're all paying $21.99 for every one of the Ghirardelli chocolate sauces that gets sold. The thing is, we're only paying $11.99 when we buy it. The other $12 gets paid with interest like 22 years later in the emergency room. Could you drink that in one sitting? I would prefer not. Bartleby the Scrivener voice, I would prefer not to. I don't know if... I don't think it would kill me. I'd definitely throw up. So I don't know. I could drink it all in one sitting. It would be very unpleasant. I don't think I would die. What the hell is this country? Wait, hang on. Take me to Global. Globla. Nuts on the table? Okay, well, if you're going to invoke nuts on the table, then I'd do it. Sure. No problem. Antigua and Barbuda. 2,300. That's actually really close. Hit me with a little Brazil. Wow. Okay, well, that narrows it down to like 3,000 countries. Let's go with Ecuador. It's not even adjacent to Brazil, but that's okay because what I meant was Bolivia. What I meant, what the hell are you, bro? It's Peru. Yay! Yippee! Antigua, kind of a based guess, huh? Who knew? Now, here, what the hell is this? This is what I saw earlier. These look to be natural borders formed by a coastline. I don't know what to tell you, man. It kind of looks like the spaceship. Kind of looks... Can you see an airplane? Like, this is the cockpit. It's like a fighter jet, but like a chibi version. This is the tail with the flaps coming off of it. This is like the landing gear has retracted. This is the side profile of one of the wings, and the other wing is coming out this way. It looks like a Advance Wars fighter jet. I think this might be a Baltic state, like Latvia. Not even close. Horrific guess. This would be in West Africa. Like the Gambia. This kind of looks like it's inside of Senegal. It's actually in South America. Just for the record. In case you were confused. This is Uruguay. This shit is on Mars. This is Colombia. El Salvador. Yes! Pure luck. You can run the eye tracker on that. There was no glancing. I said to myself, here's my knowledge of South America, okay? Colombia goes into Panama. Blah, 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 blah. Mexico. But also, I seem to recall that Honduras is the country just above, just north of Panama. Is that correct? So in my head, I was like, it's not Honduras. No, that is not correct. That's Costa Rica. This is cheating for the travel? Oh. In that case, travel. Today I'd like to go from Guyana to the United States of America. Hello, Apollo, by the way. Mexico. Guatemala. There's going to be a Panama. Panama necessarily connects to Colombia. Colombia connects to Brazil, which connects to Guyana. Nuts on the table, here we go. It goes Costa Rica into Nicaragua, into El Salvador. Oh, into Guatemala. You've already guessed it. Into Honduras. The man is a damn genius. What can I say? There's no stopping me. And they'll say that wasn't the right route. What if I wanted to go through El Salvador because I wanted to very laboriously purchase one beer with 0.007-65324 Bitcoin and only have to wait like 11 minutes for the settlement to take place until I finally get served my lukewarm beverage? You ever consider that? You ever consider taking the scenic route? Stopping and smelling the roses? (1986) Columbia Pictures. Honey, do you want to join the Columbia Records Club? I said, whoa, hold on, baby. I'm just not ready for that kind of commitment. Starring Ralph Macchio. It's the Karate Kid. I'm going to say it's the Karate Kid Part 2. Because the first one, I imagine, probably was a slow roller at the box office, and then the sequel debuted at number 1. Also, worst AI-generated Pat Morita of all time. Brother, that is not what he looks like. Something's not right there. Universal Pictures. Starring Robert Redford from 1986. Nope. Orion Pictures. Starring Rodney Dangerfield. What is Back to School? Yes! I was like, it's got to be either that or Caddyshack. Caddyshack 2, maybe. How do you know this? I saw it on TBS late one night when I was in high school. It's about an old man who goes back to school and doesn't get any respect. I remember two things from it. One is it's the first time I ever heard like that William Tennyson poem, "Do not go gentle into that good night." And then the other one is he gets on a diving board, and it's the worst like fake. It's not really CG, but the worst edited diving of all time. The triple Lindy, yes. He like jumps off the diving board and then like lands on another diving board, and then the film gets played in reverse to take him up to the next diving board, and then he goes anyway. Don't worry, I've got this. Worst tagline of all time just dropped. Registration starts Friday, June 13th at theaters everywhere. I gotta say, though, it must have been well liked because it only dropped 12% week 1 to week 2. That's crazy, man. Usually I would have expected that so many people went to like Thursday at midnight showings that it would have front loaded the first weekend, but I guess that kind of culture didn't exist for back to school. Tom Cruise, 1986, Paramount Pictures. This is Top Gun, nuts on the table. Easiest guess of all time. Paramount Pictures dropped 9%. Movies were holding steady back then, like Craig Finn. Matthew Broderick from 1986. Could be Ferris Bueller. Listen, I'm not saying necessarily that we have to go back, but this is kind of like a crazy weekend at the theater for movies that have remained relevant in culture. Maybe not so much like The Karate Kid Part 2 or Back to School, but still, like, they were doing some work back then. Is this like All the President's Men, or is that too early? Or sorry, like, is this too late? That feels like a 70s movie. Genre, crime comedy? That's a problem. Tom Logan has a law partner who put a dog on the witness stand, a client who can't enter a room without a crime being committed, and the case that could turn out to be the murder of the year. His. Logan. I don't think it's Logan's Run, bro. Deborah Winger. Tom Logan is set for higher office, at least until he becomes involved with defense lawyer Laura Kelly and her unpredictable client Chelsea Dearden. It seems the least of Chelsea's crimes is the theft of a very valuable painting, but as the women persuade Logan to investigate further and cut some corners, a much more sinister scenario starts to emerge. I don't know it. I feel like I should because it's Ivan Reitman, but Legal Eagles. God is my witness. I don't think I've ever heard of this movie. I swear it to you. 58th percentile. Good week at the box office, huh? Well, dude, people loved Robert Redford in the sense that it made $8 million. Legal Eagles. He is a national treasure. I mean, he directed Quiz Show. A Quiz Show, by the way, insanely fun play in Cine 2 Nerdle. First off, directed by Robert Redford, who also has many other directorial and acting credits. So you got a wide open field there. Rafe Fiennes, 30-plus career of being in bangers. John Turturro, one of the great living character actors. And here's the part where it gets a little wrinkly in a good way. Martin Scorsese in an acting role. So you can play off of that by taking him in the Martin Scorsese films. Or alternatively, someone drops like fucking Mean Streets on you. And you're like, I don't know that much about Martin Scorsese's 70s work because I was born in 1988. You play Quiz Show off of that to bring them back into a more contemporaneous frame of reference. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. How about Cine 2 Nerdle? How was playing Chibli in Cine 2 Nerdle battles? I really thought that Chibli knew movies because like his Letterboxd has a lot of Kino cinema in it. He has like 400 logged movies on Letterboxd. And it was like not Avengers 2, Avengers 3, Avengers 4. So I thought that he like knew movies. He doesn't know shit about movies. And then when he was running down like the list of movies he's reviewed on Letterboxd, like every single one, he was like, I was on my phone while I watched this one. I was playing RuneScape while I did this one. This one I only saw like the last 15 minutes of. Like this one I saw it when I was 8 and I reviewed it on Letterboxd like 20 years later, and I'm like, come on, man. Like I feel bad saying it, but it's the truth. I was playing movies that he had logged on his Letterboxd, and he was going like, who is in this? And I'm like you don't know who's in Little Miss Sunshine? You gave it a 3 stars on Letterboxd a year ago. Paul Dano, Greg Kinnear, Tony Collette, Steve Carell, Alan Arkin, Abigail Breslin. He skipped on Jurassic Park. Brother, he skipped on Avengers Infinity War, which is as close as you can get to a free space. You could almost play any movie released in the last 10 years, and there would be a connection to Infinity War somehow. Okay. Nick Jonas has been lost for 20 years. Jack Black is amazed at having a penis. Dwayne Johnson finds his stats. This is Jumanji. Karen Gillian has fighting skills is also Jumanji. This is going to be a double connection. This is going to be Avatar and Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris Pratt nearly dies in space. Vin Diesel loves his found family. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. Or maybe Vin Diesel's going to be the connection. Yeah. Because Vin Diesel loves his found family. Paul Walker's going to be a dad. Michelle Rodriguez dies a rebel. Dwayne Johnson wants vengeance. Gal Gadot rides a motorcycle. Does Dwayne Johnson want vengeance in Jumanji? Nope. Does he find his stats in The Fast and the Furious? I'm just trying to understand here. Maybe Karen Gillian has fighting skills is the connection, because she has fighting skills in Jumanji and in Guardians of the Galaxy. This is our connector. We're going to get it. It's just going to be annoying. Sorry. We're going to do it the long way. There we go. We got there. This is Passengers. Jennifer Lawrence can't get back to sleep. She thinks about the implications. Lawrence Fishburne has hours to live. Chris Pratt nearly dies in space. Michael Sheen has no legs. That's because he's a robot. This is Avatar. This is Jumanji. This is Fast 7. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. Why isn't the name of the film shown for you? I don't know. I saw Justin play this. He has like a different layout than me. Like his has like a smaller game window, and then the movies show up like on this side. Zoom in or out of the page. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. You have a problem with it. So it's really up to you if you want to fix it. You can zoom in or zoom out on the stream. I can't be held responsible for Justin's monitor. He has like 22 monitors. Sit further back. You're going to rot your brain. They're all going to laugh at you. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Skyscraper. Glass. Lucky Number 11. Surrogates. Die Hard. Bruce Willis Films. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Films. Skyscraper. Jungle Cruise. Rampage. Josh Hartnett movies. Bruce Willis is in Lucky Number 11. And Surrogates and Die Hard. Central Intelligence. That's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dolomite Is My Name. Dreamgirls. Dr. Dolittle. That's Edward Murphy. Tower Heist. Star Trek. Give me a second on this one. I'm cooking a little bit. Eddie Murphy is in Tower Heist. It's like a free swap. But it's not a free swap because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson needs to be down here. Maybe Dredd is our free swap. He's a genius. These are all movies with Carl Urban. These are the movies with Bruce Willis. And then this is where things get tough. Is it possible that any of these have Kevin Hart? Is it possible? Talking animals? Talking animals? Talking trees? I don't think any of these movies in this category right here, well, this is talking animals, obviously. No talking animals. Movies that take place in one tower. Dredd, Die Hard, Skyscraper, Tower Heist. Movies where the setting is a skyscraper. Yeah! He's a genius. Two Towers was a bait? Well, there's double the requisite amount of towers in that movie. Seems self-explanatory for me. Please don't. This is Dead Cells. What? Please don't be Please don't be burning. Look away. Xbox. Oh, is this this is Rain World. Adventure Indie Puzzler. It's Y2K, a postmodern RPG. So, I use it carefully. Developer Mojiken Studios. With God as my witness, I've never heard of this game. That's not an indictment. I simply, I've never heard of it in my life. Sorry to this game. Cat named Durden. You have to play it now? I can tell just from looking at it, there's no shot I will be playing it on stream. It looks like a combination of River City Ransom and Earthbound. It's just not a brand fit for me, and that's fine. My impression of chat when seeing a game, you should play this one. Come on, you should play it, man. I can't stop you from playing it. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Oh, I can't. I'm too busy playing Pal World. You should play this so that I can watch it so I don't have to buy it. You're destroying the industry. I'm the only motherfucker keeping it alive. Suika game. It's that easy. The Green Smudge. My favorite Seth Rogen movie. This is grunge core. This is Deadly Premonition. This is Silent Hill 3. I'd recognize the outfit anywhere. Oh! I played the demo for this that came in an issue of Official PlayStation Magazine in like 2003. Got lost and said, this series is never going to take off? Silent Hill 3. And it just goes to show I can be wrong. Now it's the brand that is the centerpiece of one of the most popular pachinko machines in Osaka, Japan. Okay, it's not Silent Hill 3. It's more recent than 2003. Alan Wake. Let's do a first-person shooter instead. Doom Eternal. It is a first-person game more recent than 2020. That's tough. That's a tough one for me because that's like last year. It's not a first-person shooter, sorry. It's a first-person game. It's Chivalry 2. It's more recent than 2021. It's multiplayer only. Okay. It's Valorant. Oh! First person. It is a shooter. My mistake. It's a military shooter. Tactical shooter. It's the finals. From last year. Fine. From Valve. It's Counter-Strike 2! Do I actually have a streak? I've got a streak of 4. Can you believe it? It is the best hint I've ever gotten. I got this in 2 with a Psycho guess. What'd you guess? I guess it would be Counter-Strike 2, huh? Four-word romance drama from 2002. Liked by audiences, hated by critics. So it sucks. This is the end. The most frustrating part of this game is coming up with answers you know must be wrong that at least match the number of words. So that chat doesn't go, that's only 3 words. Well, this shit came out in 2013. We got lots of problems. A story about intelligent high school students that deals with first love sweetly but also seriously. It is beautifully acted. A Walk to Remember. Suck me. This actually might be the most 29% critic, 78% audience movie that's ever existed. I don't know. The butterfly effect is up there as well. My girlfriend loves this movie. Let me guess. She's not a film critic. Jackass is up there? Excuse me. Rotten Tomatoes, Jackass 1. Jackass Forever, 86. Jackass the movie, 49%. And that was in 2002 when critics were much more self-serious. That's double fucking A Walk to Remember for one. Jackass number 2, 66%. Jackass 3D, 66%. It's one of the most decorated franchises of all time. Oh, he do be sounding a little sick. Most astute viewer, after 2 days of I can't be live, I'm sick today tweets. Are you a little sick? Hey, Anel, is your voice a little messed up today? Maybe they don't follow you. You're obviously very concerned about my well-being. Why wouldn't you stay up to date on the bulletin board? Because Twitter sucks ass. It is really bad. Do Americans know that every ad in Canada now is just Michael Bublé AI generated image of him being arrested? And it says, like, you won't believe what he did. And it's like the worst deep fried image of Michael Bublé's head superimposed on somebody being dragged away by the cops. You should go to Blue Sky. Here's what it is, okay? Twitter definitely sucks ass. But I will never go to Blue Sky because Blue Sky, I'm sorry to say, it consists only of the people who were too weak to stay on Twitter. I don't need to, it's hard for me to go back after being in the hyperbaric toxicity chamber to people going like, you know, here's a picture of my sandwich today. Oh, it's raining. I don't feel so good, et cetera, et cetera. It's just boring. There's no reason. I'm not saying there's a reason for me to be on Twitter. There's a false dilemma. I could be on neither, and that's probably the optimum choice. But Twitter is still pressure creates diamonds. Some of the funniest content being made on the internet is being made on Twitter. Now it's inundated with pure garbage on all sides. But when something eventually rises out of the loam, that can only happen in that kind of crucible. That's not happening on Blue Sky. You know how I know that? Because the best posts from Blue Sky get reposted to Twitter and they get like 6 likes. The cream will rise to the top. There's no bite. That's it. And I'm not even saying it's good. It would probably be better for society if it didn't exist. But like when people are like, get off Twitter, I'm like, that's based. When people are like, go to Blue Sky, I'm like, you learned the wrong lessons from the last 13 years of social media. The lesson is you shouldn't use any of it. Certainly not like Twitter sucks now, but let's be honest, it's kind of always sucked. It's always amplified idiots and scams and bullies. You know, like, you don't just want to reseed another petri dish and make the same mistakes all over again. Jay has the right idea. You get off Twitter and you just start watching movies instead without being on your phone, Shibli, without being on your phone. 1 second, I'm going to get some water. I'm back. Ooh. Twitter was great for news updates. Gun to my head, you could not get me to write that statement. I'm not saying it's a self-report. I'm just saying there's a good chance to be a self-report. Flood quiz is back up. I wait for that to get out of beta. I'm not going to give it the Reddit hug of death, okay? Are you crazy? I just walked over here. Okay, nuts on the table. Oscar-nominated actors and actresses from 2023 begins with the. Emma Stone begins with the Favorite. Bradley Cooper begins with The Hangover, Part 3. Sorry, I forgot this is a classy film. They used Roman numerals for this. Robert Downey Jr. begins with The Avengers, The Judge. The Judge will be better. Wow, double 17.7. Okay. Emma Stone nominated for an acting Oscar. Poor Things. Bradley Cooper nominated for an acting Oscar. A Star is Born. Robert Downey Jr. nominated for an acting Oscar. Iron Man 2. Just kidding. I'm just messing with you. Oppie. Okay. We got to get some lower percentages in here, though. Emma Stone, $100 million box office run. Let's see. People don't remember Zombieland, bro. People don't remember Zombieland that much. Okay. Bradley Cooper, $100 million plus box office run. Let me simmer on that. There's lots of potential options. Robert Downey Jr., $100 million plus box office run. Well, the good news is there's 900 Avengers movies that crossed $100 million. People might forget that he's in Captain America Civil War quite prominently. That was a good pull. That was a good pull. Bradley Cooper, $100 million plus box office run. American Splendor. It didn't make $100 million. It's top 71. I know he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. I was trying to pull something people wouldn't. Oh, because I took American Splendor with Paul Giamatti instead of American Hustle. Wait a tick. American Hustle box office performance. $250 million worldwide. American Hustle would have been like a 2%er. Oh, it's an understandable mistake. What the hell is this? It's all goalies, bro. It's all goalies. Played on one team for his whole career. Ilya Sorokin. Islanders goalie with a 91.5% plus save percentage in his career. I'm going to have to think about that one. 3 teams played for in his career. Yaroslav Halak. Played on one team and had 200 plus wins in his career. Henrik Lundqvist. 200 wins and a 91.5% plus save percentage. 200 wins, 3+ teams. These should be pretty easy. I mean, this you just go with like Marc-Andre Fleury on that one. Played on one team and was a Team USA goalie. Mike Richter. Oh, I didn't expect it to work. Team USA goalie with 91.5% plus save percentage. They must have never played Canada. Team USA goalie with 3+ teams played in career. Ryan Miller. Now this shouldn't be that hard. I mean, like you could just straight up go Patrick Waugh. Excuse me? What's Patrick Waugh's career save percentage? It's under 91.5? That's crazy. Luongo. I feel like Luongo, didn't he go Islanders to Florida, to Vancouver to Florida? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. His save percentage is 91.0. You know what it is? It's all Mario Tremblay's fucking fault. If he had pulled him from that Detroit game in 1995, then he wouldn't have gotten 10 goals scored against him. He wouldn't have gotten traded to the Avalanche, ruined the Montreal Canadiens for the next 27 years, and his save percentage would have been 91.50, so I would have gotten the correct answer on this one. Team USA goalie, 91.5 save percentage career. It's got to be someone pretty recent. It's got to be someone with the know-how and the elbow grease to take us to our new land. Nope. Never mind. Of course, Connor Hellebuck. Malf, I'd like to apologize to you. Hasek makes sense. Oh, come on. Sammy Sallow? That's not Sammy Sallow. That's Tommy Sallow. The only thing I remember about Tommy Sallow is he was the goalie for Team Sweden at the 2002 Olympics, where the shot from Belarus hit him in the helmet and then flew up into outer space and then fell behind him, and Sweden lost the game. It's one of the biggest upsets in international hockey history. Hellebuck looks like a damn vampire. A hemomancer. You ever see that TikTok? What would you call this? A lycanthrope. Hemomancer. A ghoul. A nymph. A pixie. I've never seen it. Librarian, can we get a check on this one? You just know how to do it better than I do, okay? I'm going to /marker it here.